What's up, Amazon sellers? May is fast approaching, and I want to share with you my plans of what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully you too can take away some top tips and obviously help build your Amazon business as well. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, check this out. In the USA, I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller, check this out. And hopefully in the near future, we're gonna be expanding into a new marketplace. And if you're interested in learning what I've done, how I've done it, and what I'm learning from it, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me. What are we talking about today? Well, first things first, number one, I'm gonna give you a recap of my plans for April, what I did, and obviously what happened. Number two, I'll give you an update for my plans for May, obviously what I'm planning to do. Hopefully you can learn something from that as well. And finally, number three, I'm going to talk about what other Amazon sellers are doing this May. We asked our audience to see what they're doing. Let's get started. So first things first, let's give you a quick recap of my plans for April and obviously what happened. I mentioned it before in my previous video that we were going to hit, or aiming to hit, should we say, £320,000 in revenue. That's like absolutely crazy. That was for the month of April, and what I will say is now, based on the sales going for the first 2 weeks, currently we're only doing 164 in revenue. So this is quite a slowdown on, should we say, where we're expecting. And for the remaining weeks, that's going to be a lot of work to catch up. Now why? Well, quite simply because we plan to incorporate a new strategy into our business that is maybe, should we say, stop selling so aggressively and focus on maybe driving an increase in profit margins. Now, with that being said, there is a possibility that we're not going to hit that 320,000 in April, but at the end of the day, as they say, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. And hey, who doesn't like more, should we say, more profits? The orange bars just don't really make it up. Profits are where you want it to be. Now, one of the other things I talked about was, should we say, looking for more wholesale suppliers in my wholesale business. Now, to give you an update, I think we have about 32 wholesalers and distributors who we've got accounts with, and I think we've purchased about 30 of them. So that kind of gives you a good statistic if you're looking at the wholesale side. 1 in 3 pretty much we're buying from that we open up. Now, for me, in order to get a good chance of, should we say, higher spending and making profitable deals, and again, we're after the profit, we plan on, should we say, increasing that from 30 up to 50 wholesalers or distributors by the end of April. I'm obviously making the same number of purchases as well, a ratio of 1 to 3 of those total wholesalers. And obviously buying more products, making more sales, and obviously making more profits. Quick question for you guys. Today I'm talking about my plans for May, and obviously quickly recapping on April. I just want to ask you, how did April go for yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. Was it a good month, bad month? Too much revenue, maybe too much profit? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, this leads me nicely onto my second chapter, which is my plans for the UK in May 2022. So first things first, number one, I'm going to begin with my plans for online arbitrage, and that is to hit, a slightly lower target than what we did in April, 310, and we want to be making sure we're achieving above, a 20% ROI. We have seen margins decline, but now we want to really be focusing on getting that margin back up again. Now, as you might have noticed, we have, lowered the target versus, lowered the target in May versus what was in April. Why? Well, like I said earlier, our sales have been, slowing down. We've seen that. Maybe it's something going on in the world, I'm not too sure. But with that being the case, we've adjusted our targets or readjusted our targets and dropped it down to 310. But now a bigger focus on getting that ROI back over the 20%. We've just seen the margins decline, and it's not a healthy way to run the business. So we want to grow it or push it back. Now, the second one for us is to improve, the number of SKUs that we've got within our business. Now, what I will say is that, beforehand, we really focused on spending that money, driving the spend, buying as many units as possible we can, with one SKU. Fantastic, not a problem. Now, what we have seen, or what we want to focus on now, is actually, instead of buying, let's say, 100 units of one SKU, it might be like Vaseline petroleum jelly, for example. Our data shows that by, spreading out that risk, buying more than one SKU, what we are doing is we're giving our customers more opportunities or more things to buy from us. The net result is we're increasing revenue. So, I think right now, currently we have about 900 SKUs within our Amazon inventory. We pretty much cleared down all inactive ones. But by the end of May, we're planning to improve the number of SKUs by adding another 300 SKUs to our inventory, hopefully getting to 1,200. And what we're looking now is hopefully to diversify our product portfolio and in turn increase the revenue, maybe not go so deep, which is quite an interesting thing to say when you're doing 6 figures a month. I don't know, but yeah, that's the idea. Now, let me move on to my plans for the month of May, but for the wholesale side of the business, obviously different from the online arbitrage. Now, first things first on my list of to-do or goals for the month is quite simply, again, very similar to arbitrage. We are looking to increase the number of SKUs within the Amazon business to 40. 40 products we want to have from wholesalers on sale within our Amazon business. Now, like I said earlier, I learned that, we learned, it's not just me, it's my team, we learned that increasing the number of SKUs increases our revenue, and that being the case, we want to build on the SKU count within our business by aiming to achieve 40 SKUs in our wholesale business going into May. Now, the second thing is to train up my team of VAs in terms of communicating with my suppliers. Now, what I will say right now is that in regards to the wholesale business, I'm doing nothing. Literally nothing. No payments, no communications, no emails, no deal analysis, anything. So I'm super happy with it. So we've got a team of VAs doing it, but also as well, my ops manager, he's pretty much the one speaking with the suppliers, opening up new accounts. So we want to kind of move him out and we want to train up the team so that they run the whole operation. I know that is the ideal dream. Now, what are we doing? Well, quite simply, we're going to be training, we're going to support them in the ability to learn how to negotiate with suppliers in terms of getting discounts. How much? Massive discounts. That's what we want. Now, quite simply, with these suppliers, there are minimum order values, there are issues we've got to race for, quantities you've got to order, or range of SKUs. And for us, we need to understand that and also teach our team how to negotiate discounts. Now, for wholesale, it pretty much requires thousands of pounds of spend. I think we spent probably 40,000 last week, which is fantastic, and I'm super happy with that. But it's important for my team, the VAs, to understand and undergo training that can develop their skills in negotiating the rates of wholesalers. Why? Because if anyone has done wholesale, the one thing you're going to understand is the price you see isn't necessarily the price you pay. And as we all know in the trade game, you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. So getting a good buy price is going to be super important, and hence why learning to negotiate with our wholesalers and distributors and suppliers is going to be really important for the profitability of the business. Now, the final thing that I plan to do is something different, because it's a personal plan, and I've set myself as a challenge to myself over this coming month is to put limits on my phone of how much time I'm spending on things like social media. Now, quite simply, I put 20 minutes per social media application per day. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, 20 minutes per day maximum. Now, this is something that, I've worried about, because I've basically looked at how much time I'm spending on these apps of, oh my God, it actually really racks up. We're talking 2, 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes in one day, which is incredible. Don't get me wrong, yes, we are multitasking, but if I just spent that time somewhere else, I could have a much better life and probably a much better business as well. So for the month of May, I'm really focusing on becoming less kind of distracted by this thing, and then also as well being limited to social media. And in addition to that, I've also got the blockers on the feeds on my laptop as well, so I don't sit there and start scrolling. So that's going to help me as well. Okay, so earlier on, you probably heard me talking about online arbitrage and wholesale. Now, you might be asking, hey Tom, why are you doing wholesale? Well, quite simply, if you've been following my journey, looking at, my Amazon business and also the other people that I've been meeting, there's someone or a couple of people who I know who are doing a certain business model very well, and that is the wholesale business model. Amazon Lit, I think they did 50 million in the last 12 months, which is incredible. Now, the one thing which I saw was that the model in the UK works and also works in the USA, but my God, if you want to look at the big players, whether it be in, online arbitrage or in wholesale, where are they? They are in the USA. Now, for me, if you've been following my journey, you've seen that actually we started off about 12 months ago in the USA. We've already done 6 figures, and I'm loving this business. My God, the margins are much better than the UK. So what does it taught me? I need to keep learning. I need to keep diversifying and experiencing new marketplaces. Now, this leads me nicely on to, if you too are thinking about maybe starting in a new marketplace, I would really recommend the USA. And if you are thinking about it, do look at creating a new entity. Don't trade from your UK company over to the US. Why? 50% of retailers and wholesalers will not accept your payment details because you are located outside the USA. Now, if you want to know how we got around it, we created a new entity. And if you are interested in learning about how to create a new entity and want to see how I did it step by step, look at the course we created called Getting Started in the USA. I'll drop a link down below. It talks you through step-by-step everything you need: entity creation, formation agents, accountancies. It talks through all the fees. And if you want to know more about it, you can book in a free 30-minute call with my team to understand how this course can help you. And it's a bargain price for the value it's bringing. Have a look at the link down below. Getting started in the USA. Trust me, I think you're gonna love it. Right, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter. Now, what are other Amazon sellers doing in the month of May? Now, quite simply, we posted this poll question in our YouTube community and we asked them, hey guys, what are you gonna be focusing on in the coming month of May? So out of the 74 votes, and first things first, thank you for everyone for voting, 51 said that they're gonna be working on finding more deals, buying. You know, my God, you should be getting a VA for that. Look at the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. So I'll drop a link down below. 26% are gonna be looking at inventory management, managing stocks, getting it to Amazon. One of the big things we've always been looking at is making sure that we're turning that stock quick enough and chasing up on missing stocks or refunds. Now, 11% talked about Amazon Seller Central, i.e. like health, IP, IPI, even maybe IP complaints. My God, we had a lot of them in the USA, 9 down to 2. Well, that was in April, absolutely crazy. Now, with 9% said they're building a team, good people, I like that, smart people, well done. And finally, 3% said prep center, cool, looking for a prep center, I get that. Obviously, utilizing other people's time and labor. Good outsourcing, I like it. Now, in conclusion, most people on our YouTube community are looking into deals within their Amazon business. And I think that's something to consider, that a lot of people are always trying to focus on finding new deals, new opportunities. And hey, don't get me wrong, sometimes I like doing it as well, but it's maybe not the best use of your time. Now, what I will say is, after going through, my plans for May, you might want to learn about how, VAs can help grow your business and obviously help you find deals, like 51% of our viewers are looking for as well. So what I'll do is I'll drop a video around here about how to grow your business using virtual assistants, or how virtual assistants can grow your Amazon business. Now, what I will say is, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.